brain knows when you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit from the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, 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 get the gun down. Dropping bodies.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Being a Fighting Figure, as we will be taking a look at another G.I. Joe Classified series. This time it is the Iron Grenadiers Metalhead, or Destro's anti-tank specialist, which I thought that was Scrap Iron's job or designation, but I guess Metalhead too. I don't remember him much from the early part of the Joes. I know he came in later on. I wasn't watching the cartoon that much back then, as I was moving on to bigger and better things. But I do know of him. I know he had a figure back in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, something like that. And he was pretty cool. So to have him now in this 6-inch form, it's amazing. It's got all the bells and whistles. I mean, it's got all the effects. He's got the missiles. He's got the launchers. I mean, he's got the accessories, weapons for a deluxe figure. This is actually pretty good. So, as we do here on the channel, oh, he is also number 118 in the line with his ranks there. You can go ahead and check it out. It's got a nice image there of the figure, nicely done. And we do here on the channel, I am going to get this unboxed, and I will be right back. All right, so now that the figure is out of the packaging, I had to put him a little bit back because all these accessories that come with it, it's a lot. For a deluxe figure, this is actually really, really good. And it does come with, of course, his backpack, I guess, power for the launchers, for his missile launchers or anti-missile launchers. It's got the little holes there. They do come off easily. They actually came right off when I was taking it out of the packaging. So I know that they might be coming off. I mean, I've seen a few other where they just come right off. But let's see if we can deal with that later. But nice pliable. Nice. I wish they would have put some knobs and stuff, details on the backpack there, on that back part of the launcher there. I mean, you can see it's got some nice details on it. It's just wish it was a little bit more, add a little bit more color, some little silver here and there, knobs. It would have been cool. A little gauge or something. It would have been cool. But it's there. And then, of course, he's got the launchers, actually. And they're in a little ball swivel that comes off. Again, this all came off. It was a pain in the ass, I tell you, trying to get these missiles and stuff. Not so much these, but getting the missiles off the way they had them in and then on the packaging. And you had to remove them and then pull them down. It was a pain in the ass. But the nice detail on this, it's got the nice little silver there, little chrome. It does have a little articulation swivel on the top, so that's actually pretty good. And then it goes on the back of the top part there, which we will put together later on. But yeah, nicely done. See, a little color does help, even if it's just here, but it does come in handy. It looks nice. It stands out. And then he also has the ones that go on the side of his legs, which I wish they would have had the peg attached to it here. I could have lived better with a little small peg on there, something like that on the actual legs than the actual peg sticking out like that. That would have been better if they would have done that. So yeah, it's the only thing that I wish they could have done better. And of course, he's got the holes and stuff where you're gonna plug on the effects later on. But yeah, this is nice. The way they did this is actually pretty cool. The missiles, obviously, you get a set of these, little bigger ones, just one base paint, and then you get 4 of these size to shoot, obviously, from the feet, from the legs. And then, of course, they all come with the effect. You got the big effect there. One piece of the fire and the smoke. And then you get this size, a couple of these, and you get a set of the small ones. So, as you can see, nice 3 different things. So, it's just always good. It's always good to have effects. He does come with a knife. And again, I like when they do the 2 colors of the silver and the black. This actually is nice. It stands out. It's nicely done. I hate when they're all one color, all black, And then, of course, they do a little detail there on the edge there, so it does look like it's sharp. I wish it would have been a little bit more pointy, but it's better than the other ones. And it does come with a couple of weapons. It comes with this. It was a little bent coming out of the packaging, but yeah, it's very gummy, very rubbery, so it's hard. Yeah, especially this part here is very weak, but it does come with the magazine does come off. Again, a piece that I know I will probably lose them, so I usually just leave them on there. And if it gets to be too loose, put a little glue in there and leave them in there. And then again, the two colors does make the difference. Wish they would have added something to the handle, but it looks a lot better than just all plain black. And of course, his other gun there with the little ports there for accessories. I wish sooner or later that they should start giving us more effects for guns, sort of like Valiverse does. That would be great, because they give us the holes and stuff, but they don't give us any effects for the actual weapons, which would be cool. I end up using like the Black Widow ones and the Valiverse ones and stuff, but it would be nice if they include these in with the GI Joes, especially a figure like that, or a figure that's heavy on artilleries and stuff. It would be great to have the effects on it. But two colors makes it pop. Looks a lot better than just having it plain. And the paint, it's all right. I mean, yeah, they did a good job. Stay within the lines, I guess. And the magazine does come off with mostly all of them too. So nice. There we go. Again, another piece that I don't want to lose. And he comes with another hair set with his attached. This is actually pretty good. This, I mean, you would not lose these glasses, and if you do, you'll lose the whole piece. So this is actually not bad. I can appreciate this rather than the glasses always falling off. I tend to lose a lot of these visors and stuff for my figures. If they're not attached or if I move them, they fall off and I forget. But this is actually nice, and then the hair is nice and wavy, the details on it. So we'll try this on, because this is the look I'm probably going to end up keeping instead of just that plain one. And then, of course, he does come with this nice helmet that I do not remember him at all of anything that I remember a Metalhead with. But it adds a nice little touch, sort of like a gladiator. Back piece there for the neck. This is actually nice. It's got the nice look. It's got the little saw on top. It's got the spikes. This is nice. This is a nice addition to it. I probably won't be using it, but it's a nice addition. Now, onto the figure itself. Again, this is a great figure. And again, I'll tell you right off the bat, I hate this. I wish that they would have added on to the piece itself and then just added a small little peg, sort of like what they did here. I could have lived with that, a hole that size. I mean, we do with it on the back. Most of the Joes that don't come with backpacks. So I wouldn't mind a small hole like that with that you can actually put it in instead of having this stick out, because when you don't have the weapons, you have that sticking out. So I see that he has no gun holster either to put the gun. He does have it for the knife, so obviously there's not much for the weapons. The vest itself is actually not bad. It comes with a little neck cover or mouth cover there. It's got some ignition. This face sculpt's actually pretty good too. So again, let me so you will have to remove the hair for this one, but yeah, this is kind of doesn't sit right. Actually, it's a little loose. I wonder if it will fit with the hair. Let's try with the hair just for sake. Nope. So yeah, definitely the hair would have to come up with this helmet, but it's actually nicely done. The hard part is center it in, because obviously you have the mold there for the hair pieces to fall in place, but you don't have that for the helmet. But if you get it just right, yeah, like it doesn't sit right obviously because it is a little bit bigger than the head itself, but it does look good. Let me fix this up a little. It does look good, so it's a nice little touch to it. It is a different color on that top than the actual his uniform, so but yeah, it looks good. Again, it's probably I won't be using it. I'll probably definitely oh, he's got the little teardrop. That's actually pretty cool. I might have to color that in a little bit more. It stands out there. That's actually, oh yeah, so he is a gang member, I guess. But yeah, at least the face, the grin, the eyes, everything's actually nicely done. But again, this is the look that it's gonna be on my shelves, on my display. This is the Metalhead I know. Vaguely, but I know him. I know some of them. So, But again, this is a nice looking, the details of the uniform's actually pretty cool. It's got Destro's insignia right on there. That's actually, wow, is that the first one that has it? Yeah, because I don't think any other Joes has it. So obviously you know who his daddy is. Destro, his boss. The details of it, he's got all these pockets there. Hopefully it's probably magazines or cartridges or something. The vest is actually nice, and you could have the pegs for the back. See, these, also this wouldn't have been too bad there either. I could live with these. These don't stick out too much. But this is, I mean, these ball joints here, I mean, I get it. You do the whole swivel things, but I'm sure they could have done it a small little arm just like this where you could still swivel it and just plug it in there. But it would have been good. It would have been nice. These they stick out too much. So other than that, I mean, I gotta go back to it. So for the most part, this stuff's always gonna be in here. So yeah, so it's always gonna be there. Is that the right size? I guess it goes that way. Let's take a look. Yeah. So it's always gonna yeah. So I wish they could have done a little bit better job with that. But whatever. Anyway, the uniform details of it, it's actually pretty cool. I like the tones on it. Trigger fingers. I wish one of these days we get a couple fists with these figures, Nice detail on the belt there. I wish they would have added something for the straps there. Standard uniform. I'm trying to remember whose whose sculpt this is. I know it could be new. I don't know. It's got the butterfly hinges. Butterfly there. This one's a little stiff. This one's loose. I mean, it ain't much of butterfly because you really can't get a lot of movement like other figures. But it's nice. I like that actual. I mean, the whole look is, they nailed it. I mean, it's a metalhead. If you see it from far away, it's a metalhead. Now, I thought that the actual, he's got the little radar there, bullseye. I thought it was actually on that side. If you look at the comic books, I think. But I don't know. I have to check that out. I don't know. If you know, put in the comments below. But I could have swore that it was his, he had an implant. Was it on his left eye, his right eye? I know he had some sort of implant. It probably was his left eye. But in the comic books and stuff, they always had it over on this side. But it's nicely detailed. I mean, the attachment, it makes sense. Actually, this one doesn't fall just as good as the other one. There it is. But yeah, again, this is going to look great next to Scrap Iron and all his tanks and his rockets and stuff. I mean, these are the bad boys of Cobra, I mean, Cobra's always the characters from Cobra are always portrayed as dim-witted and idiots, basically. It's only the ones in power are the ones that are actually they make them all smart and stuff. And it's actually these secondary characters that they always either they portray them not on the smart side. But I mean, they're great. They're part of the GI Joe. They're part of I mean, this is actually pretty good, and it's just a little loose. I wasn't gonna say it wasn't loose. He is a little loose. I thought they were moving away from that, but again, these are all QC issues. How can you really know unless you go through every figure? He's still and I'm sure the inside it's very loose. I could feel that it's loose, but because of the vest, it doesn't show. But I mean, look at this. I mean, it is loose. It's completely loose. So hopefully with all the stuff attached to it, it doesn't fall off or give me a hard time trying to get them up. But other than that, it's a nice looking figure. So actually, it's a great looking figure. It qualifies for a fine figure. The details of it, I mean, they nailed it. Again, can't say enough about the Hasbro team and the G.I. Joe division. I mean, they're killing it. They've started off a little slow in the beginning, but they have really picked it up, and they just keep getting better and better and better. So let's put Metalhead together with a few of his accessories and see how he falls, see if he doesn't fall off of being too loose. Again, he's got his little leg missile deterrence there. Oh, wait, this one looks, this peg here is doesn't look too sturdy, so I gotta be careful with that one. All right. So definitely got to watch out for that one. It looks like it's even coming out of the side. I can't get it in too much. Oh, well. Safe to say, I will not be removing this. I have a feeling that if I keep taking it on and off, that the whole peg is going to come right off. And I will not buy a second one because obviously it's a little bit more expensive than the regular figures. Let's see. Let's get this backpack there up. And then where the hell? Oh, so this goes in between, obviously. I have a feeling that is not going to stay there on it. So, yeah, it doesn't even feel like it's even secure when you put them on there. All right, so, and then, of course, I think this one goes here. And then kind of reminds me of what they did with War Machine, the Marvel Legends, the one with the movie, the Endgame War Machine that had either that or the Iron Patriot, one of those that had this type of thing over his head. I think it was the Iron Patriot. I think I have it somewhere. So yeah, see, these are a little bit loose, so hopefully they stand enough so they don't fall off. I do like the swivels. I mean, you could swivel them in different directions. So if somebody's coming from behind, you shoot the bastard from behind. Trying to sneak up on old metalhead here. His hide his knife. And obviously he doesn't have a spot for it. It would have been nice if we would have had some, oh yeah, I was going to say some sort of remote, but again, he controls everything with the implant that he has on his head. So no need for that. But yeah, see, there it goes. So basically, these hoses they suck. It doesn't really have much of like a detailed peg to put in. Like they're just like badly done. So I'm just gonna glue them. Because they just come right off. They don't even even if I don't move the figure, they slowly, come off. So yeah, that's it. I guess that's probably the worst part of the figure. The pegs are sticking out, and the hoses are not nicely done. They could have done better. So obviously, with all these. Does that even go there? Oh, they're different sizes. All right, so yeah. What is the deal with some of these holes? All right, so let's do the little one up top because kind of looks better that way. Yeah. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the hoses come off easily. Some of the holes on the launchers are a little bit tighter than the actual pegs for them, so you have to be careful. I'm always afraid that a little crack or it would just bend and then there'll be no good to me. Actually, so let's go here. I like it better this way. I mean, they do swivel. And of course, let's get the bad boys up there. I mean, this is a lot for one guy. The burden that this guy has to carry, it's incredible. I mean, where do these the people of from G.I. Joe, how do they come up with these type of figures? I mean, this is... I gotta tell you, I wish I was in one of those creative meetings when they're coming up with characters for the show and figures or whatever, and who comes up with this idea? Because this is, I mean, this is a genius. to think of who realistically could happen. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of unbelievable characters out there, but the G.I. Joe franchise, the G.I. Joe characters are somewhat believable. I mean, granted, the laser guns, we haven't got to that yet, but some of the stuff that they portray or they're dead on. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, out of all the comic books out there and cartoons and whatnot, I mean, G.I. Joe, it could be possibly the more believable franchise where, it would translate. So, I mean, you would think better in the movie, better than, than any other cartoon. I mean, I wish, Disney should start doing some G.I. Joe movies because, the attempts that we've had haven't been so great. But, I mean, the potential to have these characters that potentially, can translate so well into real life characters, it's immensely, it's incredible. It could be done. So that is Metalhead. And again, hoses, I'm a little iffy. They come off. So I'll definitely be gluing them because, I don't see why they need to be loose. They should have just had them all one piece. They do come off even if I'm not touching it. Like they slowly slide off. But yeah, you put the figure together. You put him with all his guns, and I mean, this is one bad dude. Like, let's go blow up some shit. But this is an incredibly well deluxe figure done. Like, it's well done. I mean, true to the comic. They added a few things to make it look a little bit better as far as the detail on it. But other than that, they've kept everything pretty, I'd say it's about 98% accurate. 98%. And the details of it, I mean, it got all these little missiles. I mean, how can you not go tone deaf with all the noises and stuff from all this? But this is incredible. This is actually pretty good. Yeah, I actually would have had the effects come out of the back instead of the front if it was me. Because, you're shooting them, but you should still have the smoke coming out of the back. But then you would not be able to have any pegs in the front. But yeah, this is it. This is a Metalhead. This is my latest addition to the G.I. Joe Cobra shelf. Nicely done. I mean, I went from just collecting a few favorite G.I. Joes to all in on the line. I mean, it's just incredible what they're doing over there. And this is another example of what they're doing over there. This is incredible. This is great. This is nicely done. So that is going to be it for it today, guys. Thank you. Stay tuned. I promise I have other videos coming that are not G.I. Joe. We'll take a break from G.I. Joe for a while. I know I got Duke and Scarlet, but let's do a couple McFarlanes and some Marvel Legends throwing in the mix. I feel like all my last couple videos were. I usually do my videos in the order of how I get my figures, but I'm going to skip a couple because it's just been G.I. Joe month for me here. Everything has shown up all at once. So let's take a break and do some McFarlane. We got the Aquaman, the classic, and that line, that whole trio thing. I haven't even opened the box. It's there. So stay tuned for that because I'll be unboxing a couple of those. And then I got Duke and Scarlet coming also. So stay tuned for those. And as always, thank you for your support. Continue to support each other. Pick up this fine figure if you come across it. And as always, I will see you later.